Well, good morning, BCOT247 students. This is Mr.D, and this is week number 7 in our 16-week course in business communications here at Cerritos College. And just wanted to go over a little bit of what we covered a couple of weeks ago and what we have coming up this week here in week number 7, which is going to be on chapter 5. So I'm going to go ahead and enter our course here in Canvas. Oh, I'm not seeing my screen. There it is. And I'm going to come down here to module number 2. That's where we're at. We just finished our exam, and we are now moving into our week number 7 right there. And so we're looking at chapter 5. We have a PowerPoint there for chapter 5. We have our homework assignment on elements of a blog. And so in this particular assignment, I want you to download the document that's provided for you. It's a picture of a blog, or you can also download it and print it out and write right on it and then take a picture and upload it, or you can actually use the text box feature in Word. You can open it in Word and then do some text boxes and put your answers in that way. But the goal of the assignment is, on one side, you're going to tell me why one of them is, what are the different elements of it? So the title block, the, how is it laid out with headings and bullet lists, and then the signature block, etc. All that kind of stuff. There's really no signature block on a blog, but there's usually a picture. There's a catchy title. So look at your book, what it says about a blog, and then go to the homework and look at what blogs I've given you and see if you can identify the different parts. That's really what I want you to do. And it's not a difficult assignment. There's 2 different blogs, and really it's kind of the same answer on both. I think I just gave you 2 different ones because they're laid out a little bit differently. Anyway, so that's going to be your homework assignment. It's not difficult, but I do not, if you can help it, don't just type your answers in, because it's really difficult for me to know what you're talking about. I really want to see the image, and I really would rather have you print it out and then write on it and then take a picture of it and upload the picture. Or, like I said, download it and try and type your answers in. But don't do it without the picture. Make sure you use the picture that I've provided. And then you have a quiz on chapter 5. And by the way, just to let you know, you're not writing a blog yet, but you are going to be writing this week what's an assignment. You are going to be writing a blog. It's going to be your first writing assignment this week. And so make sure that you've watched my video on business writing. But it's not going to be as critical this week because you're not actually creating a document. You're just going to be doing a blog. You're going to be doing a tweet, and you're going to be doing an instant message. And I'm going to just go through and explain this assignment because I think sometimes it gets a little confusing for some students. So basically, it's a 3-part assignment. First part is an instant message exchange. The second part is a blog, and the third part is a tweet. And so you all are very familiar with Twitter and Elon Musk buying it recently, Elon Musk, and of course, you know what it is, so I wanted you to realize the power and usefulness of that by actually writing a tweet. So how the assignment is going to go is basically, I'll give it to you in an overview, make sure you read it, is a memo from Apple got leaked. And the memo is below, very the bottom down here. And it's supposed to go to their sales team. And unfortunately, it got leaked, and a scrupulous kind of, lack of integrity, shuckster of a guy, reporter got a hold of it, and he's trying to report some bad news on Apple. And you happen to be the social media director at Apple, and so you have to respond. So basically, this guy, the scrupulous reporter, decides to instant message you. So he sends you a message on your computer that says, hey, I heard Apple's going to be laying off a bunch of people. And then your job in the first part of this assignment is an instant message, is you're to respond to his initial, hey, I heard Apple's going to lay off a bunch of people. So you respond to that. And then you need to create up his next question. And then you're going to answer his next question. Then you need to create his second question, etc. So basically, you're going to go back and forth. You're going to anticipate what the reporter's going to ask, and then you're going to answer his question. And the whole idea here is, how are you answering the question? Are you being positive? Are you directing him to the good news? Are you, representing your company well to not, cause anything legal or illegal to be said or done? So you're going to have this instant message exchange. It needs to be 10 messages between the two of you. So the first one he already gave you, which is on the notes here. Hey, I heard Apple's going to laugh a bunch of people. Then you respond to that. That's 2. Then he asks another question. That's 3. Then you respond to that. That's 4. And then he asks another question. That's 5. And you do that back and forth until you have 10 exchanges, 5 each. And then you're done with the assignment. Then following that, because this memo got leaked, you want to do some damage control, anticipating that this guy's now going to write something up about Apple that may not be very positive. You want to give the positive news in your blog. And there's a lot of positive news in that memo that got leaked at the bottom here. And so make sure you slant your blog in such a way in which you are communicating to your constituents a positive message. And make sure that in the blog, you always have a catchy title that usually stands out. Blogs always have a graphic of some sort, a picture. And then, of course, make sure your document is formatted with, using headings and bullet points and bold text and short paragraphs separated by space, all the things we learned about in our business writing video. And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to do a tweet. And a tweet needs to be 140 characters maximum. And that's including counting the spaces. So again, not words, characters. So A, B, C, D is 4 characters, right? So it's going to be 140 characters, no longer, or you'll get marked down. And it has to be directing your constituents to your blog is really all you need to do. But you might want to say something like, hey, exciting news, Apple fans. We have really good news about our sales on the West Coast, and see our blog, and then have a link to the blog. So that's kind of how it works. And this is like kind of real world. You might have something like this happen someday, and you need to be prepared to do it. So again, an instant message, 10 exchanges, a blog, and then a tweet. And that's your assignment for this week for your writing. This is your first writing assignment. And so make sure you get that done. If you have any problems or issues with that, please let me know. But that is it for week number 7. And by the way, starting this week, every week, we will be doing another writing assignment. But the good news is business writing is not long. It's brief. So you're going to be writing like a half page to maybe a page. And it's going to be formatted in such a way that makes it, even more readable with white space, etc. So it's not a lot of writing, but it's got to be precise writing. And I'll be looking for that